Hey guys, this is Javier with The Real Javier Novoa. Remember, if you find my videos of value, please subscribe and like it, The Real Javier Novoa. We also have the Facebook group, The Real Javier Novoa, where you can ask me questions. I'll answer your questions and we'll go into more in-depth topics, as well as doing business and case studies on that channel. So today I just wanted to talk about what I call the central pivot or the spoke of this philosophy. It is the pole upon which everything else rotates, because it is the very basic concept of self-talk. That's right, self-talk. Now, we're going to go into what is self-talk and what are the major categories of self-talk. This is not going to be a deep dive because I want this to be practical immediately. This is something that you can take the few seconds after you finish watching this video and begin to implement it in your life. So, what is self-talk? Well, when I was a very young man, I picked up the book called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And I even forget the author's name, but I remember it was a very great book, and it was a very, very pivotal book in my development. And basically it goes into all of the aspects of self-talk. And we're going to talk about a few levels of self-talk here, because the main idea behind this is that you're always having inner conversations. And they're always in words, but the words are usually imperceptible. Even scientists say, and have said, that every time you have a thought, your tongue makes very small movements in the form of words. Humans always operate on language. In fact, without language, deeper rational thought and even conceptual frameworks and understanding of certain concepts isn't possible. Without language, it's almost impossible to be human. And in fact, in one of the earlier metaphysical texts, I believe that it was the text of Dionysus, but I have to go back and research this as to what exact text it was. But it said that self-talk will guide you, and when you die, it will be your self-talk which will guide you to the higher and higher levels, and so on and so forth. And we could talk about the metaphysics of this, but I basically want to make this very simple and boil it down. So, what is self-talk and how do we use it in our course? Well, there are three main levels of self-talk that we want to use. And the first is words. You can always take certain words and repeat them as sort of mantras. And what this basically does is it puts you into an alpha state, or it puts you into a calmer state and a deeper state where you can reach deeper into the subconscious, and you can get inspiration, you can get ideas, and it's just another way to reach into the subconscious. So, for example, what you can do is, if you're just walking around and you want to give your mind, say, something to chew on, you can take the word success, and you can just repeat it rhythmically. Let's say the word success. You could use the word calm. You can use any word, basically, that you want to get a deeper understanding of, or that you want to evoke in your experience. So you can say success. And if you say this for a long enough time, you'll begin to feel an amazing feeling. It is the feeling of endorphins and serotonin spreading throughout your brain and your body, and it will make your body be in sort of a state of what we could call high. And in this course, we give a lot of techniques to become in that state of high. It's what many people turn to chemicals and drugs for, but you'll realize in this course that you do not need chemicals and you do not need any drug. You can naturally get high with the own equipment of your own brain. And we're going to learn that equipment is the pineal gland and the pituitary gland of the brain. And we're going to actually learn how to work upon those glands so they work their magic in your brain and body and get you into a state of bliss. So you can be walking around, no matter what you're doing, in a state of bliss. And that's what we're going to teach in this channel. And that's what self-talk is, sort of the key and the pivot to help unfold that. So the second level of self-talk that we talk about here in this course is affirmations and statements. And of course, affirmations and statements should not be done with force. For example, you could have an affirmation that I am a millionaire. But if when you say that you feel stress or you feel nervousness or timidity, that affirmation is not going to be serving you. And in fact, it could do the opposite. It could make your subconscious retrench and say, no, I'm not a millionaire. So you can say, I'm a millionaire, or you can say, I feel great, things like this. But you need to be in a higher mental state. One of the advice that experts in this give is what you can do is you can make the statement more general. So for example, instead of saying, I am a millionaire, you could say, I want to be a millionaire. I want to believe that I can be a millionaire. That statement in itself is a little more general and softer, and it's something that you can believe. And that puts you within the vibration, although a more general and further out vibration, but it puts you within the vibration of that concept of being a millionaire. And then law of attraction will work its magic, and it will put you more and more in the vicinity of that through the unfoldment of the chain of events that happen just by you starting that self-talk. Another form of also in the vein of affirmations, many psychologists have said that it is sometimes more effective to refer to yourself as you, to put the distinction of the I within your mind and to refer to yourself as you. And I'm going to make a second video here from this.